Al, it is finally time to figure out a real mystery that's been plaguing this series for the last 36 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to find out who was the man who fell in love with Kagome.
I mean, he only showed up a few episodes ago.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. This has been a mystery that has plagued the series.
I mean, unless you want to subvert it and realize that this is partially an episode of somebody else realizing it, then you could say that. But there's still a long way for that.
And next episode,
And next episode,
I can't wait for the Inuyasha dating game where our three lovely bachelors have to answer questions from Kagome to see which one's the real match for her love.
I was trying to figure out who the was the third one. I was like, oh right, Hojo, the one who just like slides off. We'll talk about that next episode, but
Him and his reverse Heelys. Oh man.
but this
Hello.
one, exclamation point, the man who fell in love with Kagome.
Yes, exclamation point, not exclamation point. It's not. We're not escalating something here.
I didn't say that.
No, I said. That's why I was correcting myself.
Oh, okay.
Because I know how to speak. Anyways, hello, welcome to this week's episode of Jared and I Watch Inuyasha. It is episode number 37. I'm Jared, joined as always by Doc Al and Ladium.
Hello.
We are discussing season 2, episode number 10, or episode 37, entitled "The Man Who Fell in Love with Kagome!" Exclamation point. Point.
They're just yelling at us.
Ah!
The man who fell in love with Kagome!
Ah!
It's basically just Inuyasha yelling like 90% of this episode, and he just says that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We begin this episode, and Kagome's like, I gotta get out of here. And then Koga walks up behind her and is like, hey, let's get out of here. She's like, oh, wait, that's Shippo. Hey, what's up, dude? Get up and walk. Don't be suspicious. And the dudes are like, hey, let's go with you. We gotta be your guards. And then the other guy's like, what do you mean? The guards already left with Koga. Who's this person? And like there's a dog sniffing at Shippo's butt.
Yep.
They're like, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Chomp. We don't recognize this butt.
And then Shippo turns back into Shippo, and then they run off into a cliff. And then the boys are like, we're going to take out this woman because she's not cool. And then Koga throws like a pig on one of them and is like, don't touch my woman.
Well, Kagome yeets Shippo at this point. She's like, Shippo, you can like float, right? And he's like, yeah, but not with you. And he's like, all right, cool, that works. Go!
Yeet.
Go get Inuyasha.
And he's like, wah! See you later.
Bye. Yeah, then Koga's like, what y'all doing here?
This is my woman. She's gonna be mine because she can detect the jewel shards. And Kagome's like, I'm not anyone's woman. And smacks him. Also, she says that she may be sort of seeing someone.
Yep, sort of seeing someone.
And Koga's like, what does that mean?
Is that mutt?
Is that mutt? Anyways, if we cross paths again, I'm gonna mess him up real bad.
Yo, he has like the most extreme reaction. He's like, oh, it's that guy? Well, I'll just like spear him through the heart. And he's like,
feed his bones to my wolves.
Like, Jesus, that's a pretty intense way to handle a love rival.
Yep.
And I mean, like, he I guess he's right. If he is speared through the heart and being fed to wolves, he can't really be in the running for a lover.
Speared through the heart, and you're to blame. Koga, you give love a bad name.
It was true.
Anyways.
Yay.
Inuyasha and the gang are fighting off the birds. And then Roku's like, in the thinker pose, is like,
And Inuyasha's like, get off your butt!
What if you get captured, Inuyasha, and they just lead you to their hideout or whatever? I think we could figure things out that way.
Because he thinks that they're like working together because he hasn't seen any wolf bones anywhere.
Yeah.
And so he's like, well, if you get caught by one of the birds, we'll just follow you, and then they'll lead us to wherever they're collaborating, and we'll find Kagome. It's fine.
Inuyasha not a fan of this plan,
Nope.
but still goes with it. And then Baroku and Songo and Kira were like, "All right, let's go." Just following along behind him, and then Shippo just starts coming back this way. He's like, "I gotta find Inuyasha. Where's Inuyasha?" Then he just like he sees Inuyasha flying by. Like, "Oh no, Inuyasha got captured!" And then he sees Baroku and Songo flying by. He's like, "Hey, Inuyasha got captured!" And they're like, "Hey, come on, buddy, get on. This is a plan." He's like, "Oh, it's a plan.
This one sucks.
Oh, okay, all right. Anyways."
You know they're actually fighting, right? Like they're actually enemies. That's not a lie.
Oh.
Yikes.
Anyways.
And then they come with like a ton of wolf bones, and Moroku's like, well, I guess I should have looked a little bit further. Oops.
Oops, my bad. Also, Inuyasha like falls right into all the bones, which would hurt a lot.
Hurt a lot. Yeah, he kills that bird and falls, and then yells a lot at Moroku that he was dumb.
Yes. Meanwhile, the wolves are off to go fight the birds, and Kagome's there because they're gonna try and find where the jewel shard is and everything. And Koga just basically takes her, and they just run up a mountain to find the shard. But then they find like a big bird
Big burb.
with two dudes on it.
Like busts out of the mountain like, hey.
Hey, I wanna tromp you.
Like, we want your shards, Koga.
And then Koga's like, all right, I'm going to take Kagome back down the mountain. Here, you two dudes, keep watch over her. Do your thing. And they're like, all right, sis, we're gonna watch over you. She's like, what do you mean, sister? Sister? Well, you're
Sister.
Koga's woman now, so you're like one of us. And then a bird takes one of them.
Yep.
But Kagome gets an arrow and shoots the wing off, and then the guy just falls and bonks himself on the bird as he falls down.
And she's like, I'm glad you're okay. I'm like, God, he's not gonna be okay. Like, so many of his bones are gonna be broken.
And then another bird comes after them, and then here comes Inuyasha to save the day.
I love this scene how like the bird just falls behind him and he's just like posing like, hey,
Goes up.
just kind of saved you. Yeah.
Also,
how about that?
we get a rare occurrence of Moroku getting to use the wind tunnel and not being beified.
True. Yes, he was actually useful at this point.
Mm-hmm.
He's able to take them all out, and the wolves are like, whoa, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Whoa, dude. Koga spots Inuyasha and is like, hey, what are you doing here? And Inuyasha's like, you kidnapped Kagome. I'm going to make you pay. Get your hands up, my woman. Moroku's like, hey, is that true? He's like, and Kagome's basically like, no. He just thinks that's true.
You're dreaming.
But then Koga's like, I love her.
It's wild. He just like freaking standing there and is like, I'm in love with you, Kagome. I'm like, bro, you've known her for like maybe a day.
And Inuyasha not happy about this.
No,
Meanwhile,
he's very mad.
Koga's still trying to find the shard, and Kagome helps him, and Inuyasha's like, what? Why would you help him?
Why are you helping him?
Koga goes to fight the bird, and then gets his arm chomped very badly.
Yeah, ow.
And he loses one of his jewel shards.
Ow.
But then Inuyasha uses the wind scar and just obliterates the bird.
Very quick.
And then Kagome goes to tend to Koga, and Inuyasha is very surprised and is like,
Why is she hugging him?
what are you doing? Inuyasha wants to beat up Koga, and Kagome's like, no, you can't do that. He's hurt.
Sit.
Bleh.
Although,
Inuyasha's very upset.
in his defense, Koga was standing up. He was going to fight.
He was about to throw hands as well.
Yeah, he's like, all right, you want to fight? We got this. My arm hurts real bad, but let's go.
Sango and Baroku are like, did she develop feelings for him? I think Baroku's just like, well, he was, had those bold declarations of love. They eventually find the two jewel shards, the one from the bird and one from Koga. And then the parents of Sango and Moroku are like, hey, go make things up with Inuyasha, Kagome.
Is this the one where Moroku said that he wished he had the audacity to be like that? Is that this episode?
I think that might be the case.
Because we're like, what? Roku, please.
Because he's talking about when Koga was like doing his declarations of love, and Moroku's like, I wish I had the audacity to say things like that. It's like, bruh.
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 Bruh. Anyway, parents are saying y'all should make up.
Yeah, so she goes over to try and make up, and then Inuyasha says some very dumb things, and Kagome's like, I'm going home. You're a jerk. I'm out of here. But Inuyasha's like, I don't care. Go home. Wee.
Yeah, he's so stupid. He's just like basically implying that like the only thing that it takes for her to like somebody is just like being nice and saying a few nice things. And also she like tries to reassure him like, oh, you know, not really my type or anything. And he's like, so what'd y'all do? Like, bruh, you're an idiot.
He is a big dum-dum, that's for sure.
Baka. Yeah, so she gets like fire flame things behind her head, and he's like, all right, I'm outie. Goodbye.
See ya.
Yeah, he does some dumb stuff right there.
Mm-hmm. But that is how we end our episode.
Yep.
We have one note.
Mm-hmm.
That says, in the manga, the jewel shards Inuyasha's group obtain in this episode are the last ones they find until the Mount Hakure arc, where Naraku steals them. How dare that Naraku? I can't believe he would steal something.
He's a jerk.
What a big doo-doo head.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's accurate.
That is true, and that's for true.
Yep.
Oh, boy. But that's going to wrap up this episode. Next time, we will be discussing Season 2, Episode number 11, or Episode 38, entitled Two Hearts, One Mind, which sounds like an 80s power ballad.
It so does.
Where we're going to head back to the modern times for the first time in a good while.
We are.
And Kagome is going to get an earful from her friends.
Yeah, this is like expanded way beyond a love triangle at this point.
Yes.
Because we've got like Koga in love with Kagome, Kagome in love with Inuyasha, Inuyasha in love with Kikyo, and Kikyo doesn't care about anybody else at all. What a mess.
And then there's Hojo.
Oh right, there's Mr. Healy's.
The forget about guy.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about Hojo. Yeah, we'll see him next episode though.
We will. Oh man.
And then I'll forget he exists again until he shows up again.
Yep.
Whoops.
Oh boy. So anyways, that's going to do it for us. If you would like more from us, head on over to seasonalanimecheckup.com or sac.cool, where you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts like the Seasonal Anime Checkup OVA. You can also find columns and reviews on the site as well. If you'd like more from Anladium, go to anladium.com. She's got columns and reviews. You can follow us on Twitter and TikTok at Anime Checkup, and you can buy our books, One Shiny Moment, a critical analysis of Love, Life, Sunshine, and Hot Tubs and Pac-Man on Amazon.com.
Mm-hmm.
So join us next time as we make our triumphant return to the modern era.
Modern era.